All right, y'all. Happy Friday. I'm having a very negative Nancy moment right now because this year I decided to get my mortgage loan originator license, right? So you have to take a 20-hour pre-licensing course, a 2-hour state-specific course for the state of Florida, and then you have to take your tests and apply for the application to get your license, background check, all this stuff. So, it's time, it's money, and everything like that. And now we're at the time of renewal. I got to renew my license this year. So then I'm going on there and it's saying that my license is being prevented from renewal because I haven't taken 8 hours of CE. But whenever you get your license, since you've taken the 20 hours, you're not required to take the CE. So I call the National Mortgage Lending Service, the NMLS, and I'm talking with the lady and I'm like, so what's the deal? I was like, do I need to renew since I just got it this year? It's saying that I'm being prevented. And she's like, no, you have to renew what it is. So this wasn't the first time that I've taken the course. In 2018, I took an online course. Really didn't learn much because it was just online. I'm listening to some dude, but I never did the rest. I never took the test. Never got my license, never did anything. So then 2 years later, I'm like, well, COVID opportunity pops up. And, since I didn't learn anything last time, I took a different course and I did everything. Well, she says, since you took the pre-licensing material in 2018, you have to take CE, 8 hours of CE, and 1 hour has to be state specific. And I'm like, I just took 20 hours. So you telling me I got to take 28 hours this year? I'm like, I had to take a 2-hour specific, state specific for my pre-license. So that doesn't count towards any CE. So now, not only do I now have to take an 8 hours of CE before the end of the year, I'm not going to be able to renew in time. So then when I do renew, it's going to cost me more. So I have to deal with all that. So now I'm sitting here and I'm driving and I'm thinking about everything. And now I'm like, man, was this a smart move? Should I just find another job? Should I just move on to something else? Because this has just become a pain in the ass. It's a hassle. Like, it hasn't gone the way I wanted it to go so far. I haven't learned as much as I really, feel like I should have learned since starting this. And then the opportunities are like few and far between right now. So I'm sitting here, rethinking, do I even want to continue? Because this just pisses me off. Because now I got to spend more money. It's the time and the money that I've already invested in this. Now I got to spend more money, more time into it. Do I really want to do it? And I can just feel the stress just boiling up inside. And now it leads me to the health aspect of it, because this is the part of your health that pretty much everybody ignores, that they don't think of, that they're not keeping in the back of their head in terms of being a healthy person, which is managing your stress. Because when you are stressed out, your cortisol levels are increased. It causes you to store fat. And then it also, hypertension, everything that related to stress, there's a big deal. So managing your stress is a big deal. Luckily, I'm about to go into the gym. But, this is something where it's like, I'm still going to walk into the gym and I'm going to smile at everybody, like whatever. But in the back of my head, I'm going to be constantly having this conversation in my mind. What do I want to do next? Do I want to continue all this kind of stuff? And then that internal thought process is just going to increase my stress levels. And so, the other effects of, the physical effects of your mental stress are huge. And you have to keep that in mind. A lot of people think, I eat salads, I eat healthy, I exercise and stuff. But if you're not maintaining, if you're not taking care of your mental aspect, you're not handling your stress levels, learning how to cope with it, then it's really, you're not doing very much in terms of, you're not doing enough for your health. You're not doing enough to maintain a healthy lifestyle if you're not managing your stress and dealing with that and identifying it, identifying the triggers, your stress triggers, coping with it, methods, learning methods on how to reduce it, stuff like that. Shutting down, breathing techniques, different things like that. So I'm definitely having a negative Nancy moment, but it's causing me to think about other things. So I figured real quick before I run in and start hitting the weights, I'd do this and just pop this out. So have a good Friday. Have a happy weekend.